The Department of Homeland Security says there has been a 101% increase in the number of illegal minors crossing the Texas border from Mexico just in the past year. The number has doubled. Look who's here. Louie Gohmert. He represents Texas. He is a Republican. Congressman, welcome to the program. Great to have you in New York.
Great to be here with you.
What's a guy from Texas doing in New York City? This is not your territory.
Well, Sean Hannity has me guest hosting his radio show this afternoon.
There you go.
So, yeah.
I thought we'd been told that we got control of that border, but the number of youngsters crossing it has doubled this year?
Stuart, that's one of the greatest human tragedies in the world right now. And I'm glad you're covering it. So many are not anymore. But this is a disaster. This administration and the United States, really, we are complicit in homes being destroyed, Mexico, Central America, South America, because of this shiny object lure. If you can just make it to Texas, then Homeland Security will ship you anywhere in the United States. You tell them you're unaccompanied. I've been there all hours of the day and night. I've seen children come up with adults, and then adults say, I don't know who they are, and then they get taken off. But it is tragic. And we also know, Stuart, that a certain percentage of those girls get pulled into sex slavery. Now, I live in Tyler, 10-hour drive from the border, and I was hearing this week there's outreach to girls that have been pulled into sex slavery, and they're as young as 6 years old, Stuart. This is a disaster.
But we're told, people like, I am told I am inhuman if I say, this is wrong. We should not be having this influx of youngsters unaccompanied coming across our border. I'm told that I am the inhuman guy. Well, but I think it's the other way around.
It absolutely
is inhuman to encourage this to happen.
It absolutely is. And by encouraging that, gee, there is a land of Oz out there, if you can just get there, many don't make it. And then I've been there. I've seen how it works. The Border Patrolmen tell me, and when you're there with them all night long, they talk pretty openly. Sure. But they will have some come up the bank, and then they have to converge and process them. And then they have watchmen in other areas, and I've gone off in other areas when the Border Patrolmen converge to process those. Come up, those are the ones they don't want to have caught. So 101% increase, but we also know, we're told 2 to 4 times that many make it in without being picked up. And some of those are involved in sex slavery, drug trade, that kind of thing. It's got to be stopped. It's got to be.
Donald Trump says, I will build a wall. Now, you're a Republican. I don't know what you're from Texas. I don't know what you think about this. Give us your opinion. Well, Trump, I will build a wall.
We know that a wall, 75% in Israel of the wall is a fence, but it works in Israel. It can work here.
Are you in favor of it?
Yes.
You want a fence?
We have to have a border.
All the way along.
Yes, we have to have a border that we can defend, and that includes to the north. You know, Canada's bringing in Syrian refugees that are not vetted as well.
Whoa, Congressman, you want a wall? I mean, a fence north? Between Canada
we
and the
can
United States?
monitor.
What's
You
that,
betcha.
like 3,000 miles?
Well, look, we appropriated billions of dollars, but the Obama administration under Janet Napolitano said, you know what, we're just not going to do that. We'd appropriated $4 billion for the part of the fence that she just decided not to do. This is a lawless administration, and people are being harmed. But one thing is happening. He is fundamentally transforming America in the process.
And you can't do anything about it for the next year.
Yes, we can.
You can?
If we stand up as members of Congress and make it a crime not to enforce the law or to use money in inappropriate ways. It's what the Democrats did to end Vietnam.
That's your fight within the House of Representatives, isn't it?
And we need to stand up and do it.
But you've not been able to do that so far.
We have not done it. We are able. It's just we haven't been willing.
Next year?
That's my hope and prayer.
With Paul Ryan as the Speaker?
Well, yeah. The thing about
Paul,
Paul
friendly with Paul Ryan? Did you see eye to eye?
Didn't vote for him. We have major differences, but he's an honest guy, and he's going to do what a majority of the party feels we should do. That gives me hope for this year. Gives me a lot of hope for this year, Stuart.
Well, that's the out cue, you know that.
Yeah.
Hard break coming up. Louie Gohmert, it's always a pleasure to have you, especially here in New York City. You here for the New Year celebration?
No, we're getting home before that happens.
You're about to say I'm getting out. You almost said it.
Yeah.
Great pleasure.
Great
Thank you,
to be
sir.
with you, Stuart.